Keesha. How are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank
Every
you.
day is
Happy Valentine's Day.
thank you. I asked my granddaughter this morning would she be my Valentine, and you laughed. So that means,
She's like, I think she already got one.
huh?
I think she already has one. Can you hear me? Uh oh. She's going out. Well, look, guys. Stony Love from the Stony Love Show. How are ya? It's the Keisha Love Show. I guess she went on vacation, y'all. So I guess it's just us. Sad. Um, but still, you're still barely here with us. You back?
Wow. Golly. What's wrong with Xfinity? Xfinity. So I was saying that it was Valentine's Day,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked my granddaughter to be my Valentine, and she was kind of like, whatever. So I was like, okay.
Like, yeah, I don't know about that. My grandma, my Valentine.
That's so corny, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But it is what it is. I get love wherever I can. From the
Mm-hmm.
grandkids, the children, the neighbors. Love is love. So I see you are beautifying yourself, loving yourself today.
Yeah. Oops, my bad. Sorry, dropped something. Yeah. Just trying to do a little fun.
Well, you're definitely a work of art. God did His thing when He created you. So I must
Thank you.
say,
So are you.
thank you.
You
So
know,
we get it. We
I'm
get
an
it from
extension from you.
yes.
Right.
You're an extension of me,
Yeah.
and I'm an extension of my mother. So we're
Yeah.
from the best. So let's ask Keisha what she think did really well the last time we did one. So I think this is gonna be I didn't feel like doing it last week, but a lot has happened this week for for us to start
To
again.
start again. All right.
Yeah.
Well, trying to find a position here. I was gonna elevate the bed, but I can't find the remote. But it's all right. All
Oh, you
right.
got you one of those remote beds, girl.
Yeah.
What kind you got? What is that? Is that the
I don't know.
Tempur-Pedic or
No, it's just a adjustable base. It massages to the leg. It goes up, down on the legs, the head, all that.
oh Lord, that
And it
how
got
much that
lights
cost?
on it. I don't know, like
Well, I mean,
huh?
the bed got lights on it.
Yeah, under the bed, and it got a flashlight on the remote and stuff. And like it's like cool. It's all right.
Well, when I grow up, I want to be like you.
All right, mama. Relax.
Relax. My bed ain't got no lights on it. So
You don't need no light. Let's
the
try to
lights,
look under the bed.
look, the lights might not even be on in my house. I'm just kidding. But anyway,
Ooh,
I was just like,
that's
that's
funny.
harsh. But that's the reality of the world today, though. You got a lot of
Hmm. Yeah,
homelessness, people displaced.
yeah,
I don't know. Should we thank Biden or just people in general? I don't know who we should
yeah.
thank for it. But anyway, we won't talk about that. But a lot has been happening in entertainment news. We had the Super Bowl this week. A lot of people was talking about Usher, and how he was loving all on Alicia Keys. Maybe he wanted her keys. I don't know.
Not her key. He was looking for her keys. I was playing, but He was all touching on the hip and on the backside and I know people was like, "Oh, that was my wife." I have a problem with it, but I think I know, and I think that they know it's all entertainment. The people that are
Hmm.
involved, it's for entertainment purposes. Usher has been doing this for a while. He's known for giving the ladies a little extra attention during his shows and when he's performing with them. He's a little touchy feely, so he's just known for that. I don't think that any of the artists that he works with or that he serenades at his concerts are offended about it. I think, it's all for entertainment, and we know that. Now, his lady at home, I don't know, his wife now, maybe she understands that it's all for entertainment purposes, and maybe she's securing her relationship and she's okay with it. But Swiss Beats, he didn't have an issue with it. He spoke out, he's securing his
Right. He
relationship.
said y'all worrying about the wrong thing.
Yeah. It's entertainment. Entertainment. You entertain us, and that's what you did. Now you got us talking about it. That was the point. It's entertainment.
For likes and views.
Exactly. For likes and views. And to make money. So we got y'all talking about it. That's the goal. That's always the goal nowadays.
I was almost afraid I was gonna have to learn how to twerk to get some views.
Yeah. I mean, if you learn, somebody gonna want to watch it and tune in.
It's only so much ass you can watch.
Eh, they don't care. These
Oh, they don't care.
these men, they and the women.
Oh no. Well, we gonna keep. We just gonna keep spitting out the intellectual knowledge and keep talking about the vlogging and entertainment news and news what's going around the world. That's how we gonna do it. But I
All
was
right.
almost getting afraid that I was gonna have to hurt my back or something to get
Yeah, I was like, you
get
gotta learn some dance
sound.
moves. Them little moves if you snapping the fingers and two stepping ain't gonna be enough.
No, no, that ain't not in today's world. So I
You
heard that
gotta.
Usher tickets were $600.
Yeah, I looked and I was like, you know what, Usher, I really want to see, but I don't know. It's either my life or you.
I know you couldn't even take nobody with you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go by myself. I was like, I don't even know nobody who's willing to even risk their life, their livelihood to go
I
see
think
Usher.
Carno, they like Carno or Usher.
That's what I'm
Because,
saying.
they
Kind
used to
of
be
Usher, rent
rent back
a
in the day.
Usher, lights
Well, they
a
used,
Usher,
huh?
food a Usher.
Oh, yeah, food or Usher. Because I'm like, when I found out it was, well, maybe he wants y'all ladies to come by y'allself so he can serenade y'all and then put y'all up on
I better
stage.
get serenaded for 600. I know it's gonna cost more than that, but even though I said I'm gonna go see Beyonce, and I was able to see her for half the price, in the
Oh,
same section that I was looking at because it was a good seat, and I'm
mm.
just like, I know there's a lot of hype around them. People are buying the tickets and reselling. That's the issue. That is the issue. They bound them up and then they hiking up the price, reselling them at a higher price. So that's the problem.
Oh, your
They got to
uncle
put a
used to
cap
do
on
that
that,
when he
huh?
was alive. Your uncle used to do that. God rest his soul.
Oh, okay.
But he he gone to heaven now, so they can't lock him up.
Oh,
Yeah, but everybody got to hustle, so they ain't just that ain't nothing new that just came out. That's been happening.
it's all yeah, it's definitely yeah.
So Beyonce, you are a Beyonce fan.
Ah, I'm not a
I'm
fan. I'm not a fan in a way, but I'm not a fan. Like I don't care about her new stuff that comes out. I really enjoyed the Renaissance album. I did enjoy that. That was the album that I've enjoyed since her first album. Her first album is still the best to me. But this whole country thing, I know you about to roll on into it. What you thinking? Cause you're a country girl. You're a country
yes,
fan, music fan.
I am a country fan, and I know that
Hmm.
when y'all were little kids, out of all of my kids, your brother is the only one that really appreciates the country music. You
Yeah,
were more of an R&B person, but I love
I
country
still like
music.
some of the country songs when I hear them. The ones that you listen to, I like them.
Yeah.
Have a different appreciation for them now. But I
Oh,
don't go looking
good.
for new country music. No, I don't.
Well, I wasn't looking for anything new, but when I saw her advertisement of Texas,
Hold them
take hold them, yeah,
and
in
16
16
carriages. Have you
carriages.
heard them?
I heard a little bit of the Texas, and I think she's doing very well. But there were a few country stations that refused to play her music, said that they weren't going to play it. So they were getting shut down, I heard.
Yeah, they were being flooded with calls and requests for to play the song, and I think that it's kind of like, we have our own thing. We have our R&B music. We have our rap music. That's just like one of, say, a country music artist or a rock artist decided they want to cross over into the rap or R&B. And then we just automatically, they just automatically, their fan base automatically expects our radio stations to play that music, whether it's a hit or not. Because normally what they will play on the radio is something that's hot that everybody's gonna like. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like
Yeah.
their fan base force, and they decide to cross over a really popular country artist or a hip hop. I mean, excuse me, or a rock artist decide they want to cross over into our what we normally listen to, and then it's like, oh, well, we automatically expect them to play it on our station. Well, we don't really listen to this artist. Just because they crossed over into our field and decided to make a genre of music that we listen to does not necessarily give them the pass to play it on a station. That's how I feel.
So
You didn't understand what I'm saying? Just because she
I
made a
do.
country song doesn't mean it automatically should be played on the country music station. She hasn't been making country music. Who's to say that that song that she made was even a hit or something that their station would normally play?
I agree with you about that.
Just because it's Beyonce and Beyonce decided, okay, I don't did everything else. I don't did R&B, hip hop, disco. Now I'm doing country. Like you're gonna tackle all of it, and then it's like, okay. Then her fans like, okay, it needs to be played on the country music station. Well, are you actually listening to country music? Are you listening to that station every day? You're
Probably
not even
not.
listening to it and waiting for it to come on. So if
Right.
anything, we should hassle maybe our R&B station to play it. I mean, she's an R&B artist. I mean, that's the stations that we listen to, and more than likely, it's going to come across our radio when we're in the car or when we're listening to the radio. But we're not listening to the country music station. Like we got to make it make sense. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yes, I do. So
Just because you made a
basically,
country song don't mean she got to make us a pass, and we got to play it. They got to play it on their station. I mean, they don't have to.
well, I mean, I agree, but I mean, I hope they play it. I mean, and
I mean, so we just play it.
it's not like I listen to country every day anyway. But
That's what I'm saying. They
what I
don't either.
so you
Either.
think that they should be playing it on the R&B stations?
I mean, they could, but it's not an R&B station. So I mean, it's not an R&B song. So, but what I'm saying is, I guess for country music fans that do like Beyonce as well, and say, hey, she made a country song, and I'm requesting this song, you just decide you're not gonna play it, then that's a problem. But if y'all just
Right.
saying it needs to automatically just be played on the country music station because she made a country song, that I don't agree with that.
Hmm.
But if it's a
Well,
most request song from like genuine fans that's listening to the station and want to hear it, then yes, they shouldn't refuse it.
but she shouldn't really be forced on anyone. Basically, is what you're
But
saying.
yeah, but she shouldn't be forced on anyone. You know,
Well, that's what you would be doing to the country music bands.
yeah, you'll be forcing Beyonce on them, and maybe that's not their cup of tea.
Right. So I guess I
And
can
I
agree
listen to
with
the
that.
songs. I mean, I've heard country music artists and how they sound. They have a certain sound, and I feel like she was
Yeah.
still giving Beyonce over a country instrumental beat. Like it was still Beyonce.
Well, she waited. She took a. I think that I felt that if she was going to enter into country music, I felt as if she should have did a duet with somebody first.
That would have been a good introduction
Right. That would have been a
because
nice way to get herself in the door.
absolutely.
Just trying to slide on in because hey,
I
It's
don't did all
me.
that. Okay, I'm going to
Right.
country now because I'm from Texas. That's what it's given to me. It just seemed like you just trying to touch everything that you can just put your hands on and say you did it, and that's
Right.
what it's given. Because how you go from basically a disco album or a house music album to country? I
Mm,
feel like if she's gonna do country, I feel like she would have been did it.
right. Well, maybe sometimes people just running out of options and running out of.
Do you remember when she performed with the Dissy Chicks years ago?
I think so. Yes,
That would have been a time to introduce a country song.
that is true. Because yep, that would have been true.
That would have been a good time.
Yes.
You
And
performed at the CMAs. You gained a lot of attention around, especially performing with Dissy Chicks, because they had a bad reputation after they spoke out against George Bush when he was in office. Remember, they were burning the CDs and all that stuff, and they pretty much they was done. So you bring them back and perform with them, that would have been a time to introduce a country song or a country album. So why not do it then? So I don't know. I like Beyonce, but now I just feel like she's just trying to get her hands on everything because she can and she has a lot of following and influence, but I don't know.
wow. Well, I mean, you make a valid point. You make a valid point. I'm not
Hmm.
really a Beyonce fan. I mean, I like some of her older music. I've watched her transition with her vocals and gotten a lot better. But she's not someone I would take and go buy a ticket to go and see. So, but kudos to her if
She's
that's what
worth
she wants.
seeing. She is a great entertainer. Like she keeps you entertained. That's not a boring show. She's worth going to see. She's worth buying a ticket to go see. I mean, if I was to buy a ticket, it would be for her. And I don't follow her music like that anymore, but I did like the
Mhm.
Renaissance album. But she's very talented and a good entertainer compared to a lot of these newer artists that don't go through the artist development that they used to back then in the 90s, 80s, and 70s,
So do
those.
you think that they should do more scouting like they did in the
Absolutely.
80s? Well,
Absolutely. But
now
now
you can just
they're
be
not.
TikTok famous.
Mhm,
You can be
mhm. It's what's gonna make money, quick money. What's popular right now? If you're hot right now, you get a whole bunch of views, and you're doing something everybody's following. They're gonna grab you, snatch you up, and put put something on you, or have you do something that's gonna be influential and make them money, and you make money doing it. And then
true.
everybody else wants to do the same thing.
Talk about my daily life. I'm just kidding.
Yes, yes. And everybody wants to be an influencer. Like everybody cannot be an influencer. Everybody is not influential. Like,
That's true. That is
geez.
so true.
I have a lot.
I created my name Stony Love, and you would be surprised of the women that follow me that have now changed their name somehow to Love. And I'm like, so I'll just be Stony from now on. So you see, I just have that down there, Stony. And then I'm sure I'll see a
Yeah,
bunch of Tonys soon. So,
craziness.
right, it's nobody has a brain of their own
Yeah.
um anymore. And I'm not throwing shade, but sometimes I do, and I really don't
Nobody has a
care.
brain. If they see something that you're doing is gaining a lot of attention, they want to do the same thing and see if they can have the same effect. That's how it is with everybody. Like
Yeah,
if
but
you're
it
doing
doesn't work
something,
that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
You
God.
you you still have to have some type of personality online
Hmm.
because people may see you in public and want that same interaction that you're giving online. And if they see you in public, like, oh, I seen Sunny Love and she ain't, oh my gosh, it look horrible. And so it's you just gotta have it. And you
Right.
never know who you're gonna and that's one thing I'm never worried about because I know that the universe, and I tell you guys this all the time, he's giving you the gift. So utilize that. It's when they say the best things in life are free, your gifts and your talents, he speaks about that in the word of God, are free. So
Right.
take the time and enhance those things that he gave you and use them and give it back to the community. But anyway, moving right along. Now we've watched Monique get online, spill her soul, talk about everything that's going on. We transitioned from the Cat Williams to her and a few in between.
Mhm.
And me and you kind of had a debate about Cat Williams and whether or not he was speaking the truth. And I never said he wasn't speaking the truth. I just thought some of it was exaggerated. But however, with Monique, I felt as if some of what she said, or majority of what she said, was the truth. And then there was this thing with her son coming online yesterday with this long narrative that he was reading because he wanted to get all the facts straight and speak clearly and concisely to everyone about his mother. And so
Right.
when you saw that, what were you thinking about him?
Yeah, you sent it to me, and I was like listening to it because I first had heard what she said about their separation, and that she has apologized and accepted accountability, but it's just up to him if he wants to move forward. And then I hear what he's saying, calls you, and I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I asked you specifically, could you relate? Because it sounded very familiar, with some of my siblings and how they feel. Um, but it was like he wasn't saying that she wasn't trying. It was that he wasn't there in the way that he needed her to be. Seems like emotionally, more so she was there financially, but he did admit that she admitted that she had other people taking care of him and gave the credit to them. But um it seems like she did. I mean, it seems like she has tried and apologized, but it just seems like I think she's just having a little bit of resentment when it comes to his younger siblings, seeing how they got a different version of his mother, a better version. And that could be hurtful. And I think a lot of children go through that, whether it's a
Well,
close age difference or a big age gap. Your phone's breaking up.
what's why it's doing that? I hear sometimes that you guys say that my grandchildren get a different version of me than y'all got of me.
Absolutely. And I think all kids can say that about when they have kids and they see how their mom is towards their children. They be
Yeah.
like, no.
Right.
Bring that belt out like you brought it out on me. Don't hit me in the head with a shoe. Whatever it is.
Oh yeah, I used to be like, y'all want these tens? I'm gonna give y'all these tens upside your head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
And
do that to my grandchildren. So
right. You barely want to say anything to him. Oh, don't say nothing to him. Oh, he didn't mean it. Oh, she needs to express herself, and that's always good. Letting kids express themselves is very important. I understand the importance of that.
so so do you feel like there could be a possibility of reconciliation between Shalon and Monique?
Um, yeah, I mean, he got to let some stuff go. He got to understand that his mom at the time was young and she wanted to do what she wanted to do. I mean, we be hard on our parents and stuff, but like I said, I was thinking about, at certain ages how old I was, and I'm like, dang, I'm 23 right now or 24. I'm gonna have 4 kids. I can't imagine having no 4 kids, especially with the things I want to do. Um, how looking back at the age I am now, how immature I was. It's just a lot of things, and I think sometimes we may be too hard on our parents, but then when you become a parent, I think it's better to see and think about what they experienced because you understand what you're experiencing currently as a parent yourself. So
Yeah,
I, I don't know. He
I know.
didn't
I
seem
was
like he
your
was talking so
age.
negative. Hmm?
I was your
Go
age
ahead.
with four. She was
Right.
young with him, just him.
Okay.
But she was single, sounds like, when she had him.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes a big difference. When she was with her other children, she's married. So there is a difference in the
Yeah.
dynamics of parenting
Yeah.
that you're
Whatever.
yeah that you're gonna
Another parent.
receive. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So
You breaking up. I don't hear you no more.
with the mother, with her.
Your phone's breaking up, mom. Oh goodness gracious.
Hello?
Yeah, your phone was going out.
Oh, this recording today is really making me mad.
Yeah,
Can you
your
hear me
phone
now?
is. Yeah,
No, so what I'm asking is I don't think the issue him with her. I think the issue is the stepdad.
absolutely. Your phone's breaking up though. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
That you're so right. The issue is with daddy, okay? Because that's what she call him or whatever. But it's okay to have a man that supports you and you depend on him and um he's involved with everything that you do. But I think certain things shouldn't really have to involve him, especially with a child that's not his. Like for example, both of them got on live to respond to what her son said, and he did most of the talking, if not all of it. Why can't she explain for herself? So now that's when it becomes a problem because okay, Monique, we supporting you, we hear you, but it's like we kind of seeing what the problem is, and your husband is a problem, which makes it look like you are a difficult person to deal with in some ways. Especially, I can imagine with working.
You
Now it's
sound a
starting to
little
kind of.
choppy. It says having trouble with connection. Um, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, so repeat that last part. You don't think that it's with her, that it's with the dad, the
Yeah, it's
stepdad?
with him. It's with him because I believe that when it comes to her oldest, I think that that's something that they need to deal with. It really has nothing to do with him.
I agree.
It's okay to have the man that supports you and that's there for you, that's involved in everything you do, but certain things he does not have to be involved with. And one of them is your child that's not his.
Right. I felt I could see that being the issue, and I feel like Monique is a very talented actress, and I feel that she just listening to her speak on the Shay Shay show that her wound she has a lot of child wounds, inner child wounds. And a lot of us do because I'm one of those women as well. Not growing up without a dad, but I do my best to heal from that. And I'm strong enough to know not to allow anyone to think or talk for me or to convey and make me feel the way they want me to feel.
Hmm.
And the reason why I'm by myself today is because I've chosen my kids over a man. I've had the opportunity to be in a whole relationship, whether he's jacked up or not. But my children were my more important thing. And had I chose him, I think we would be having that conversation today. Oh, I don't like mom. She doesn't understand me. She doesn't do anything for me. Da da da. Because I had chosen somebody else. So in his eyes, what I'm seeing, and I'm looking at myself as a woman, when you choose your mate and your mate speaks for you and something that has nothing to do with him, and then it's all confusing. To me, he's his stepdad. To him, that's her uncle, his uncle. Because for her, she said that was her brother. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, in the beginning because that's what he had been. Her brother, her best friend. So now
Right.
this is your man, and now he do all the talking for you. He do everything for you. He bite down your right hip. He probably can't even have a conversation with his mom without him being right there. And
because
now it's starting to look. It's okay to have this man, but it's almost looking like a controlling situation. Like, or you just don't want to. You got this man that's showing you the attention that you actually want, and you don't want to lose
you're
this man. You're gonna hold on to him, no matter what. If you gotta lose some things or lose some people, you're gonna hold on to this man because this man ain't never treated me like any other man.
right.
And then, ain't no man really like me because, I look like this, or, I have this insecurity, or I act like this, or I do this. And this man has accepted that. But yes, he's accepted it, but I mean, what's in it for him?
Yeah, I just was like, I didn't like the fact that he does a lot of talking about everything.
Every single thing. Like they got on the
Right.
live to respond. I don't think you heard me. They got on the live to respond what the son had said. Why are you on the live responding to what her son said about her? Why do you have a
He,
response for that? She should be speaking because
and
you're further proving,
he wasn't there when she gave birth.
right. You're further proving what the problem is.
And
So
the problem
that's
is
the
her
issue.
husband.
Yeah, I think her husband is a problem for a lot of people
Right. And I think that's a lot of hindrance in her relation
in
in
her
her
career, in her
in her
relationship.
career. Right.
Hmm.
I think that Monique could have and still has the opportunity to be. I think he needs to stay in the shadows. And
Absolutely.
that's what most men do when they have a woman or a man that is star quality such as herself, because she definitely has it.
She
He,
does.
right. He needs to stay put.
And if you're
He
going to be the
does.
manager, just be the manager. Okay, that's fine. But you don't have to speak for her.
Right. And another person that does that, Fantasia's husband, he does the same thing. He's also her manager, but he's not as bad as this guy, but he does. He's like up on her, you know, like white on rice. And I'm like, can y'all just step back a little bit? We're not here. We don't want to see you in every photo. We want to see Monique. We want to see Fantasia.
Yeah.
Like, so dude, sit down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. So they get these women who has the star quality, stardom, and then they want to glue themselves to the hip and be like, yeah, I'm the man. You got to come through me. And no, she's not doing this for this, and she's not doing that for that. And I too, I'm not at the level where Monique is, but it's a lot of things I've done in the industry for free because that's just sometimes how it is. You want to get your name out. You want to, even some people who are already got their name out. I've been standing next to some people who are not even getting paid for certain things and appearances because they want to stay relevant. It is so
But yeah,
easy.
it's publicity though.
It is, and it's so easy one day to be relevant, and it's so easy the next 10 days to be irrelevant. So
Yeah.
at all costs, you're not going to get paid for every appearance that you make. So to top it off, my whole thing with her talk with Shay Shay, um, I thought it was a good transparent interview. I thought it was good, but I felt as if she was hungry. That's how it came across to me. I felt as if the all of the name calling, and I felt like only we do that. We get in a position where we're able to be influencers for others, but we are. You know how many people don't like me in the little small parameter of circles that I'm in right now in Atlanta?
Right.
But I'm not on Facebook saying, yeah, let me tell you about and let me tell you about, and you remember that time when we was at that event and you took that microphone from me and cropped me out? Yeah, I don't do that
Yeah, that is
because they already know what they did.
right.
Right. I might have came home crying to you about it. But to get on live to talk about it, uh-uh. I won't even give them that energy because they'll
Yeah.
never know that they affected me in that way.
Yeah. So you
They
don't think
won't
that she should
even.
have spoke out and said anything against
I
them?
don't think she should have been. The more unfazed people feel that you are, the
But
more
it's a fact
effective
that
you
her,
are.
it has cost her millions of dollars. That's the problem. That's the difference.
She has cost herself millions of dollars
Why do you say that?
because she continued to talk about it and be bitter about it.
No, but she hasn't made. She has to. She's speaking out because she wants people to know what has happened, and she's still not really working. She's saying that, hey, y'all lied on me. Say,
Okay,
say y'all lied so people can understand that I'm not I'm not difficult to work with. I didn't do this, and I can actually land jobs. That's the part. That's the thing. That's
but
what's happening.
does that mean that people are still going to land her a job?
It could, but if you tell the lie, it'll be good to just clear it up so she won't look like the crazy one.
I agree with that part. So I felt that she should have written Tyler Perry. She should have written Oprah. She
Written.
should have written, yes, written them
She
a
already
letter.
talked to them, and they said that they was come out. Well, Tyler said, I think that Tyler said he would say something. He never did.
Well, I would rather for them to write me a letter and tell me that they're sorry than for them to go publicly and announce that they're sorry for what they've
Well,
done.
she asked them to fix it, and they didn't. So she went public about it.
Well, I mean, I guess at some point when you're losing millions of dollars, as you say you are, but you got to remember the industry. You can't blame everything just on Tyler for you not getting a role because there's certain dynamics and there's certain looks that these directors and these people look for at certain times.
But there were certain roles that they wanted to fit her for that she didn't get because, like the Empire role, they said they didn't. She didn't get it because they was told that she was difficult to work with. They,
Now
are you?
you know, now you know, I like Monique, and don't get me wrong. But could you imagine watching Empire and Taraji not playing Cookie?
Well, they both have this certain sass about them. Like it's really like it's they.
With
I feel
so
like she
you
probably
can you imagine Monique being the ex-wife of Terrence Howard?
possibly, yeah,
Mm, mm, mm-mm. It went just the way it should have went.
right. But I'm saying like I don't think you got the story straight about what is going on. You know,
Okay, let me run it down to you. Tyler and Oprah and DL and whoever else lied or said something wrong about her that blackballed her in the industry.
DL situation that happened to her recently. We're talking about the
Okay,
Oprah and
well,
Tyler
we'll talk
Perry.
about him, Oprah and Tyler.
Yeah,
So, therefore, she wanted an apology from them in the industry so that she can continue to land
she
jobs.
eventually wanted an
That now,
apology, but she wanted them to fix it, and they never did. But then she eventually wanted an apology now because like it has affected her, so she wants the apology now.
well, DL says she's difficult to work with. So which one is it?
What? DL says
She
she's difficult
said
to.
she's difficult to work with.
Okay.
So maybe Tyler and
They had a
Oprah felt that
situation.
way.
DL had a situation about who was headlining some tour or whatever, and there was a whole situation going back and forth. Monique was saying that contractually she was to headline and somehow something, but DL was showing a memo which was not a contract, so that didn't really validate what he was saying. So that was a whole other situation, which was more recent than this situation that happened with Precious in this movie. And her not being contractually obligated to do promo outside of what she had already done.
Well, why wouldn't you want to do promo? It's gonna make you more money, right?
It doesn't make her more money. It doesn't make her more money because she's not getting paid to do it. I mean, people they already did the promotional tours in around the U.S. that and she already had did the movie. She wanted to go home to her kids. She wanted to relax.
Gotcha.
If you're gonna like, she's saying, pay me to do it, and I'll do it. They didn't want to pay her to do it. She only
Mm.
had got $55,000 for her role.
Which was no money.
Right, let's start there. And
Yeah,
then,
that's no
she
money.
had did the promotional tour that she was already obligated to do. So you mean she's not gonna get paid anymore, and she's gonna continue to drain herself and burn out and not be away from her family and stuff? And y'all don't want to pay her to do it? A lot of people saw that movie. Everybody would go see that movie. The movie made money,
I didn't
but
see it.
then, well, you go see it and you'll see why she deserves more after that movie and why she won the Oscar.
Okay.
Like yeah, it really showed how versatile she is with her craft. Like she's not just a comedian. Like she can really do some roles. So that's why I said go watch what she's done in that movie, and then you could tell me if you think that she could have played more dramatic roles.
Mm. Well, we've been on live for a minute, so we're gonna have to continue this discussion at some other time, I guess, because it's a
Yeah,
lot. It's a lot to talk about. It's a lot to think about. So,
yeah.
what would you like to see happen for Monique? Honestly,
I would like to see her address things or be more solo outside of her husband. Let her manager do managerial things because him speaking for her, it is not a good look. It does not make her. It does not help her situation. It does not help to solidify what she's already said. It almost makes people. I see a lot of people now starting to go against her rather than support her. As in
right?
before,
Because
it had a lot of support in the beginning.
I heard somebody say, "I'm so sick of hearing all this sweet babies." So,
Yeah, now it's starting to get annoying.
right,
So it's like she got to understand, like she need to he needs to back off, and he needs to see where he needs to back off. And I would like to see her do more roles. I would like to see her more, and on my TV. Like I think she's really good, you know.
right.
So but I think that her downfall is gonna be her husband. Now she doesn't want to be with her husband, then she can just go be with her husband and leave this whole industry alone.
So, how do you feel about her and Kevin Hart? That situation? Because I like him. I wasn't a big fan until I saw what he was doing within the community with Hart Productions and how he's literally trying to give upcoming actors and actresses a break in the industry. So he gained really a lot of my support. But when I heard her say that he kind of like switched up on her, I was like, ooh,
Because people want to hold on they want to talk in private and say, "Hey, we support you. I support you and I'm going to do this for you." But they don't want to go out in public and say that because they don't want to mess up what they have going on. And that's a lot of what's going on in the world, at home, in the work place. They see something that's wrong, but they don't want to speak up because they don't want to mess up what they currently have going on. They don't want to mess up their money or their opportunities.
right.
And it always takes one person to speak up. That's how the civil rights movement, just something just small as it's gonna take one person. Like we can't continue to go on like this. This wrong. Like we've been treated poorly. Somebody has to sacrifice their life or be the example to make a change. And basically, unfortunately, that's Monique right now,
So
until
that
they
other
fix it.
black actresses can, when they come
Yeah,
along,
Taraji, she spoke up.
right,
So it's like, it gotta be that one person has to start the movement.
right. Well, I love Monique. I like what she's doing. As far as speaking up, I do agree that she should speak up more by
Alone.
solo. Yes, alone. That would be the most to see her come,
Hmm.
out without Sydney, um, will be
So they
awesome.
look crazy now. I don't like dang, he gotta be right there all the time. Like that's a problem.
Right. So I mean, like, can she go to the bathroom by
Right.
herself?
Can she do anything by herself?
Right.
Yeah,
So that right there is very scary.
yeah, it is.
Um, well, so it's Valentine's Day. A lot of women are looking for those that are in relationships. They want something from their man.
Yeah, but the question is, Mom, I got a question for you. Should a
Okay.
woman get their man something? Because we always looking for something, but should we be getting our man something?
I'm gonna tell you like this: if you are in a serious relationship and you got a ring on it, and you guys are devoted to each other, then I don't see anything wrong with when he wakes up or when you come home for lunch, you got him a nice little box of something to show your appreciation. But if it's somebody just hitting it and somebody just calling you every now
Yeah,
and then, no, you
absolutely.
should not be going to no extra means to calling him talking about, I got something for you. You gonna come by and get it? So
Right.
no.
Because or even if you're in a long term relationship with someone you're not married, it's always nice to think about the guy too. I think I don't why not? Like it's not all about us all the time. Because a lot of women are
Right.
always trying to figure out what that they can get when it comes to Christmas, you know, um, birthdays, Valentine's Day. Like,
It's what
give
about
them
me,
something
me, me,
too.
me, me?
Yeah, give them
Right.
something too. Like, you know,
Right. And especially if he's treating you well
yeah,
and buying you things, taking you out throughout the year, and making sure you come to getting those pedicures and manicures, hair
yeah.
done.
So a lot of women don't even think about them. Like, oh, it's for me. Valentine's Day for me. Like,
It
get
looked
him
like
something. Get that man
it
something.
looked like somebody gave you some money for your hair.
I got my own hair done. Ah, sure did.
Sure did. That's good.
So did.
Are you going out tonight?
Um,
No.
no, I don't plan on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the kids are your Valentine.
Yep.
So when they come home from school, have us some chocolates on the table.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's that. Yeah. But I
Well,
think
so we today we talked about Usher, we talked about Alicia Keys, a lot of Monique, and I think we skipped some things, but we will be on here another 30 minutes if we did
right.
that.
So we'll just
A
leave
lot of
it.
a lot is going on, so we'll be back next week to ask you what you think about whatever happened in far between. Now, one more thing. Now, I was upset when I thought Shay Shay was finna fight Day Day. Now, okay.
Well, they shouldn't have did all that lying and talking crazy.
Don't you do it.
He's over there trying talking all that crazy stuff and lying, and then want to come back with a video and say, "Okay, I was lying." I did message him first and try to get on the show because he wanted to clear some things up or whatever. But he was trying to make it seem like Shay Shay reached out to him and he declined, and so among some other things. So Shannon was ready to fight. Cause he's like, you ain't gonna lie on me. But then, Day response, he wanna, basically he was lying. Yeah, he did reach out, and then he tried to make it a lighthearted situation about cracking jokes and stuff. But it was gonna be a serious situation. He knew that man was gonna be ready to fight him when he saw him. What you think? What you think he was gonna
Well,
beat him up, Mom?
no, they say it's gonna be blank, 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 blank. That means pop, 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 pop. But I'm sick of Shannon. I'm sick of him. I'm gonna tell
Shannon.
you why I'm mad with Shannon Sharpe, okay?
Hmm.
Because he be on the live talking to Ocho, talking about he can't do nothing with a woman 160 pounds and over. He can't lift her up and do this
Which
and
is
do
crazy
that
because
for
he's
her.
big as I don't know it, and somehow he working out and all that stuff. 160 ain't nothing.
Right. He was talking about that. And then he redirected the line of questioning from Monique when she asked him, do he date black women? And then he
Yeah,
want to throw his grandmama up in there talking about, my grandmama said,
never
never
touch
chase
a
a
lie.
lie. Never chase a lie. And then here she go. Oh yeah, them kids black, black. They
She's
black,
right.
black. Right.
She's like, yeah, that kid's black, but he's like, I got black kids. And
OJ, OJ got black kids,
there's a lot
but
of
they
people
from
got
a
black
white
kids.
woman.
Yeah.
Right.
But they like white
Don't
women.
play with me. Right.
Yeah.
So he still never answered the question. So that's why I'm mad with Shannon Sharpe.
Because he ain't
Okay.
keeping it
And ain't
real. He
nobody,
like white women.
yeah, he ain't keeping it real. And I don't know if he was mad, if he thought that Monique was going to walk off the show or whatever. But my thing is, I just got a little beef with him. Okay. I do.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I, it's some about the man. I ain't really put my fingers on it yet. But and he from Georgia, but he just don't show that Georgia hospitality.
Hey,
He really don't.
you know how them Georgia, them real country boys, they come from nothing. And when they get a little taste of money and a taste of a different environment and different attention, and they can have whatever they want complete opposite of what they had or what they experienced as a child or as a young man. So that's
Well,
what
I'm
he
gonna say
at.
this: every black man in America, I don't care if you offended, that dates a white woman, you don't love your mama or your grandmama. You got some
Right. Or if you
problems.
feel like black women are not attractive in any type of way, like you don't find them attractive at all, you think they're
Hmm.
like bottom of the barrel, ugly, just hard to deal with, then like you said, you don't love your mama, your grandma, your sister. Like you really got a lot of self hate.
Yep.
And you don't date
And
nobody as
that's
dark as you or darker than you.
hmm
And which is
yep.
fine. You can have a preference when it comes to that, but just to say you don't date your own race is crazy.
Right. That means I feel that Shannon Sharp and men like him do not love themselves.
Oh yeah, self hate. Cause he
Right.
dark as I don't know
So
what, wide nose across his face, big lips. Like it's just like okay, just black, black.
next time we talk, we're gonna talk about his little friend that be sitting next to him at
It's
I
okay to
don't
have
know.
your
I
style. No, I'm saying right now, this is his stylist. But most people don't take they just have a stylist with them everywhere, like that, like out in public, just at the game. What do you need your stylist there with you for? And I think that might be a little something to that, you
my
know.
phone went to freezing up. Yeah,
I think it'd
but
be a little
yeah,
something to it. Because even when we talked about black men or that date white women or outside of their race, they have tendencies, gay tendencies.
they do.
I believe that.
That is a scientific known fact. And that is one of my questions when I'm dating. Do you date outside your race or would you? And if
Or
you
have
click to
you?
say yes or have you, baby, bye.
Mm-mm.
Because I know if you're going to tap into that arena, you're going to tap into all arenas. And you're not
Mm-hmm.
coming in this arena. I.
All right now.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, it was good talking to you, baby girl. I got to
Okay.
go.
Your phone breaking up.
So, I'll catch you next week.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Phone breaking up. Your phone breaking up. But bye.
Bye.
Your phone breaking up.